for Team Wales. Number 7, Charlie Bartlett. Number 8, Samuel Brigger. Number 9, Ian Lockwood. Number 10, Jude Smith. Number 11, Max Bartrett. Number 12, Matthew Hughes. Number 13, Anderson Hare. Number 15, William Queen. Number 17, York Lee. And number 18, Giovanni Dembski. Then the coach is going to follow the senior by Coach Tom. Let's hear it for Team Wales. And then our opponents in their final game. Let's hear it for Team England. And their roster, number 7, Dylan Lee. Number 8, Ruben Constance. Number 11, Bolas Marquinhos. Number 12, Oliver Barcelona. Number 13, Ayomide Andrade. Number 14, Evelyn Lovinskas. Number 15, Greg Chan. Number 16, Manuel Mamonelli. Number 17, Ivo Alexisori. Number 18, Ewan Kaplan. Number 19, Elijah Magori. And number 20, Jamie Buckley, the head coach of Charlie Hayes, assisted by Rich Timmins. Let's hear it for Team Wales and Team England.
Good morning and welcome into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. It's the Under-15 Home Nations Tournament. We've got the final 2 games of the weekend today coming up for you in just a couple of minutes' time. Here on court 2, we will have England against Wales in the boys' game, and over on court 1, it will be Ireland against Scotland in the boys' game. Kaz Bullock here alongside Isha Nair, and we're going to be with you live on the Basketball England YouTube channel, bringing you all the action from court 2 right here. Here we are, Ish.
Mid-yawn, thanks, yeah.
Isha's just raced over from coaching this morning, and we've seen some great games already, Isha. Loads of developing young talent out there, and it's just been a really good weekend, hasn't it, of a display of the future of basketball in this country.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there's been some, as you said, there's been some great talent on display. Some people that we see quite frequently, and we spoke quite a lot about players that have been in Final Fours literally the other weekend. And yeah, some players we just see every year. Like last year, some we'll see next year again. And hopefully we'll just be able to see them all progress through the age groups to more senior levels as well.
And the whole point of this tournament, this weekend's Under-15 Home Nations Tournament, is to give players and coaches as well an opportunity to work with each other, and a chance for GB coaches looking at players through those next levels, that GB pathway, to get an idea of who's out there and who they might want to bring into the program.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot of choice. How was this morning, Kaz?
It was good, it was good. England girls had a big win over Wales, but Wales girls really, like, they came out firing in the third quarter, had a really strong third quarter. We saw Mojan Malik again just doing what she does, just having 20 points, a casual 20-point game for Mojan Malik. Chantelle Coley as well in double figures, and a really exciting England team as well that have just continued to put out a really strong core.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it does sound like it, but see if the boys can follow on from that. Who's any contenders for the pesky defenders in that game?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I think Chantelle Coley, she finished with five seals, and yeah, that's my lunch. Chantelle Coley was a very pesky defender, and for Wales, I'm going to go Mez Ahmed, as she had 7 rebounds. She was just finding the position for herself at the right time and did a really good job out there for Wales.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely heard all of what you just said, Kaz.
So teams coming out on court, it will be Wales playing in white and England in red. And starting for Wales, it will be Jack Cross, Charlie Bartlett, Max Marchant, Anderson Hare, Giovanni Benson, and for England, Dylan Amin, Domas Martinkus, Timmy Babalola, Elijah Imavabore, and Ege Kakmakaya. As we get ready for tip-off. So England with 2 wins from 2 so far. Wales looking for their first win of the weekend. But as we've spoken about a lot, it's the development of the players on court. It's not necessarily the scoreline that players and the teams are going to remember. Obviously, teams want to win, but there's so much more to this tournament than the eventual scoreline.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd say obviously everyone always wants to win, but even in games where you know you might not lose it, there's so much to take from, because just like having that on-court game experience, I mean, it's invaluable. Because yes, it's one thing practicing in training, but when you're actually out there on the court competing against like the cream of the crop, you can't really argue with that.
So we're underway. Marchant for Wales. Marchant gets it back, thought about the shot, spinning, looking to go inside, takes it to the basket. Imavabore is there for the rebound. And Elijah Imavabore, 24 points against Ireland yesterday. As Martinkus going inside, gets the roll. Cross. Benson able to save it in. It's picked off back at Makaya. Imavabore racing down the court, but a foul called on the shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a nice pass break there. Really lovely pass from Ege Chakmakaya to Imavabore. I mean, we saw Imavabore go off quite a bit yesterday. 24 points in that game against Ireland. Pretty good display.
And had 13 against Scotland and 9 rebounds. A really strong player inside. Into the junior Final Fours, All-Star 5 team. Playing for the London Legends. As Wales come away with the ball, Marchant. Ball's knocked away and will go the way of Wales. Shot clocks reset. Hare to inbound. Finds Marchant. Marchant blocked by Imavabore. And again, Wales will reset from the sideline.
Can I just say as well, the Wales fans are sat behind us and it's really loud. Some great support going on from them here. Got the drums and everything.
They're very loud, lots of flags, lots of great supporters. Fouled on the three-point shot.
Almost got that one to fall as well.
So Max Marchant heading to the foul line for 3 free throws. Yeah, we've got some really good support there. We can see on the camera. It's wave your flag, wave your flag. Yeah, it's Anderson Hare's sister, Sienna, supporting him in the crowd. Great to see the support there from the family. And very loud Wales supporters. And having made the trip up to Manchester. So Marchant gets the third to go. And it's a 3-1 lead for England over Wales. Amin calling for it outside. That's good! And Dylan Amin with a big 3 for England.
Yeah, we saw England do that a lot yesterday. They really share the ball around well, this group.
And they find that open player, don't they? Players might have a good look, but if they've got a teammate with a great look, they'll go for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just good to see. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of times where they could take it up and it might have been a slightly contested shot, but they're always looking for that extra person, that extra pass, just to get off a more open shot.
As Amin, high off the glass. Imavabore is there for the rebound, cleaning up the glass.
I mean, we saw him yesterday. He's a really dominant force on them boards, and if Wales don't box him out, he's going to get so many of them second chance points.
Cross, shot short. Imavabore skies in for the rebound. Imavabore driving inside, gets the roll. Takes him up to 5 points.
Yeah, great defensive pressure there from Timmy Babalola, just forcing that turnover. And as well, England's full court press worked pretty well yesterday as well, so good to see them keep implementing it.
Yeah, it was very successful for them. Babalola, 5 seconds on the shot clock, works against Marchant. That's great D there from Max Marchant. Comes up with the steal, takes it to the basket, hands in the air. And Max Marchant with a tough bucket.
Yeah, bringing the energy for Wales. What a great defense, and then to be able to convert on the other end is a nice finish.
And Imavabore throws it down at the rim.
Yeah, just answering back there.
Cross, finds Benson, swings it to the corner. Hare, inside to Cross. And a step out of bounds. The ball movement as well from Wales has been very quick to move it round.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it was unlucky there to step out of bounds. It was good cut made. As I said, they were passing the ball around well, but I think England called timeout because did you see that miscommunication now in defense? I mean, they went up for the double. They managed to pass the ball inside. They did get off that extra pass, but the England player managed to drop down just in time. But I think Wales weren't attacking with enough intent. If they did, then they probably would have got off a shot or a look at the basket. So head coach Charlie Haynes probably just taking a timeout just to kind of iron it down now so it doesn't become a problem later on in the game.
And that's something that's a really good opportunity to be able to do, isn't it? You see, Coach Haynes might have seen, like you say, something that he's not too happy with, but take that timeout now and then you can implement it in the next play or the rest of the quarter. Yeah,
exactly, because as you say, we've said so many times this weekend, it is a learning opportunity, and if they don't take the opportunities now, realistically, I mean, they're not in a, you would have thought, I mean, obviously it depends who you are, but a lot of people thought it's not really time to take a timeout, doesn't need it. England are in a better position, but it is a learning opportunity. If he doesn't teach them it now, they're never going to practice it, and they won't know.
And being able to do it straight away as well, rather than waiting until the quarter break and say, oh, midway through the first, we did this, because people might not always remember, or you want to do it while it's fresh.
Yeah, exactly. So they've literally just seen it, for them to try it now, especially if Wales keep moving the ball around well like that, and they're going to have to talk about that.
So we'll see Jude Smith into the game for Wales for the first time. And England keep their 5 out there. So ball's in. Marcinkus. Marcinkus, time and space for 3 off the rim. Marchant leads the charge for Wales. Marchant looking to create some space. Driving through to the basket, finds it. Imavabore takes it all the way off the rim, but Babalola's there for the putback.
Yeah, great effort from Babalola there, just to be clean up. I mean, most people just left it, but he's there ready to get the rebound, just cleaning up.
And it's so important to have players that will do that. We'll run the floor, we'll follow the shot. As Elijah Imavabore rocking the rim.
Yeah, I mean, if he's wide open on a fast break, you just know he's going to do that. Seen him a few times yesterday.
And Smith racing inside. Drops in 2 for Wales.
Yeah, great move from Jude Smith. Nice little fake there, forcing the defense to move out of the way.
And Marchant racing after every single possession. Max Marchant with the floater, too strong, but fighting for the rebound. Gets his own rebound. Takes his time, and the shot is good. And Max Marchant has come out on fire here.
Yeah, I mean, you literally can't ask any more of him at the moment. Every single loose ball, he's after it. Be able to finish over Ege Shamakaya, who's a tall guy himself as well. Making that finish. Pretty good shot, that.
Foul called at the other end. So Max Marchant playing for the under-17 Wales squad this year as well, playing up. So he's going to gain some very, very valuable experience when he's out there at the Home Nations tournament at the end of June at the Cardiff Archers Arena. That'll be the 27th to the 29th of June for the under-17 Home Nations tournament. The under-14s takes place from the 13th to the 15th of June in East Kilbride in Scotland. So Elijah Imavabore at the foul line, named MVP of the under-14 Future Stars International Tournament last year when he was playing for London United, had 31 points, 22 rebounds in the final. Sorry, he was playing for England against the London United legends. I mean, 31 points, 22 rebounds, that's something.
Yeah, it really is. If that doesn't tell you that you've got to box him out, I don't know what does.
Makaya dishes out underneath, ball's loose. Hare going inside, spins, fading away, doesn't get the roll. And we'll see Ayomide Ajayi check in for England and Ayan Malik in for Wales. Marchant against Marcinkus. And pass is going to go out of bounds, England ball. And over on court 1, we've got a 8-7 lead for Scotland over Ireland at the moment. Around 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that score. But you can also watch it on the Basketball England YouTube channel, as we've got a backcourt violation. Wales forcing the turnover.
Yeah, great pressure from Anderson Hare there.
Anderson Hare was one of the players that were out here last year at the under-14 level. Playing for the Port Talbot Spartans this season. He's a shooter, so you need to watch out for him if you get some of those looks from behind the three-point line. Smith off the rim. And can't quite keep it. Can't quite get there in time, so England possession.
I mean, yeah, you can't really fault that effort there. Again, they're just everywhere. Wales, you can't fault with them. Their defense is there. Really high pressure. Their offense, they're getting some really good looks, but just not getting them to fall. But we spoke about that a lot yesterday as well. At this age, especially. Sorry, the coach is just asking us for a timeout. I mean, we can try, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're creating the shots, and it's kind of like you want to see them be creating the shots at this age because nothing's going to fall. I mean, I said yesterday, even the pros don't make everything. So the fact that they're able to set up an offense, and create the space, create open looks at the basket, good open looks at the basket is kind of what they're focusing on more. And if they can score them, it's a bonus.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah. And scoring and shooting and finishing is something that will just come with repetitions. Probably the harder part of it is to get into those positions where you want. So they're doing the hard work, and the rest of it will come with time. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just impressive that some of them are able to convert as it is already today.
So over on court one, it's Sean O'Leary Griffin with 5 points leading the way for Ireland. And for Scotland, Oliver Reynolds with 4 points so far in the first quarter.
I mean, this could still go either way. It's been quite a close game so far, both courts really.
Absolutely, and we've seen some close score lines, and we've seen some perhaps not so close ones, but as we said, each team, teams want to win, but there's a lot. We've seen a lot of really exciting competition, haven't we? So even if the scoreline hasn't been close, it's those battles within the game or the battles within the quarters that you see, and the matchups that are really exciting to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many games here where the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect the game, which is why it's important to watch the game and not just kind of follow the scores. Because the scores, yes, tells you the end result, but especially in competition like this, you just want to see how the teams are playing.
Definitely. And it's all those little bits as well that don't show up on the stat sheet. Malik takes it to the basket. Oh, spins out. Marcinkus into Ajayi. Kakmakaya underneath the hoop. And a strong move. That's going to send him to the foul line.
Yeah, I mean, he just has that height advantage. We spoke about to be fair, England in comparison to the other teams that are here this weekend. They have got quite a large height advantage, so it's going to be really hard to contest those shots. It's either a foul or, yeah, you're not going to contest it very well. But at least he didn't get an M1.
So again, Kakmakaya playing his basketball for the Manchester Magic this season. Again, another player that was out at the Future Stars International Tournament at the under-14 level for England. Had 14 points, 8 rebounds against London United in the group stage. Previously came through Liverpool Basketball Club. As he gets his first points of the quarter. 18-7, England lead here in the first. Marchant finds Benson. Malik inside, and intercepted by Marcinkus. And a long pass over. Babalola playing above the rim, and Timmy Babalola, we saw him with a nasty throwdown yesterday against Scotland.
I think that was Emmanuel on Onwunemi.
Oh, it was, apologies, sorry. It was Onwunemi.
Just checking.
No, my apologies.
Kaz, you can have an excuse. I mean, you've done how many games this weekend? It's a lot. That really takes it out of you, doesn't it?
It was Mani Onwunemi yesterday that was just
yeah,
doing a lot in the air.
There's quite some bouncy people been on display this weekend.
There really has. So England ball from the sideline. Onwunemi. And intercepted by Marchant. Ball's picked up by Kaminskas. Kaminskas and finishing at the rim. to the corner, and Hare with a 3 for Wales. I said it earlier, he's a shooter. You've got to get out to him.
But there you go, we see them creating the shots again. It's just good that they can capitalise off that.
Ball's off the rim. And Hare back-to-back buckets for Anderson Hare.
Yeah, he's going off at the moment.
Constance, shots too strong. Hare against Marcinkus, spins, finds Benson. Malik with 7 seconds. Malik blocked by Ajayi. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Wales needs to put something up. It's intercepted by Onwunemi. And Mani Onwunemi taking it all the way. Kaminskas is there, cleaning up the glass.
Yeah, I mean, every time England are on a fast break, even if they're missing because of the pressure, there's always someone there to clean up the glass.
Marchant thought about the shot, driving baseline, and ball's out of bounds. We'll see a substitution for Wales as Dylan Pearn checks in. And Ian Malik heads to the bench. Dylan Pearn, one of the players that was out here with the under-14s team last year. He was playing at the under-14s level last year as an undersized big. He worked so hard from tip to buzzer for Wales last year. It was a really strong inside presence, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how he's playing at this level. Yeah,
definitely, because I mean, as we said, England, they have quite a large height advantage here, so it'll be interesting to see if you can really put the pressure on. Especially against
Ajayi,
Ajayi, exactly, the tallest player on the team.
It's a little bit of a mismatch. Benson, 7 seconds. Bartlett, 3, bounces out, picked up by Constance. Long pass over to Onwunemi. Onwunemi tips it in. And Mani Onwunemi.
Yeah, great pass, great finish. Can't really complain about that. Nice move again from Anderson Hare there. Just a nice little behind the back. Able to draw the foul. We saw a lot of people drawing fouls yesterday as well.
There definitely was across all the games as well. We saw Satira Smith doing it for England girls. So
yeah, and then a lot of teams also in a bit of foul trouble. But it's good to see today that there has been less fouls called because, you know, people have learned from their mistakes. They've learned when to foul, when not to foul. I think referees are just talking to the table about something.
So Anderson Hare at the line. He played for Basketball Wales, under 16 in 3x3 a couple of summers ago. Had 6 points, 6 rebounds against Ireland yesterday. Now the first one doesn't go. Second bounces off, ball's tipped. England ball. 13.5 seconds left in the quarter. Marcinkus. Kaminskas swings it round. Onwunemi on the baseline, hanging in the air. And Mani Onwunemi, to end the quarter, takes himself to 6 points. And that's what we're talking about. He plays above the rim. He just gets in the air, hangs there, waits for a little while, thinks about what he's going to do later, and then puts the ball in the basket.
He really does. I mean, he just, as he said, just leaps up. He just waits for the defender. By the time they've jumped up and come back down, he's still there in the air. So really easy for him to just finish. And that's why he looks like he's wide open. But the pressure was there. The defenders did jump. Because he was in the air for so long, it looks like they were just stood there watching, but they weren't. The pressure is there.
But he has that hang time, and Mani Onwunemi has had you know, he's had 2 big games already this weekend. 14 points, 4 rebounds and 5 steals against Ireland. 13 points, 6 rebounds and 4 steals against Scotland. He started off strong here today already against Wales.
Yeah, it's great to see the players consistently coming out and performing as well.
And players coming off the bench as well, because some players as well at this level, you might be used to starting on your team in the domestic level at National League, and then you're coming off the bench. So it's a little bit of a different role that you could be playing.
Yeah, definitely. And as well, kind of just the rotations in general, really, because obviously the coaches may not necessarily be familiar with like the players or the team. We have seen quite a few different starting fives, different like styles of rotations this weekend. So yeah, just a lot of different things to get used to all around. But as I say, I mean, they just have to learn and learn to adapt to it, which we have seen some players do. And
that's why, again, this tournament's such a great opportunity to learn those kind of things. And you might be playing in a different kind of position. And as me and Eve said on the early game, you might be playing in a game where you maybe don't have another, if you're a big, you might not have another true big on your team. So you're coming into this competition and you're learning to play with different players and who have a different style of play.
Yeah, definitely. It's really important that for the players' development, really, because if you're always playing around the same type of players, then you're not, it kind of restricts your learning a bit. No, it's not necessarily your fault, but if you're not exposed to it, then how can you learn?
Exactly, and it's always, people always talk about the benefit of, you know, having played against either older players or tougher competition just helps you up your game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, especially to be able to play against taller players. I mean, just looking at this Wales team, they are pretty undersized, so they might not be used to playing against taller players. So things like finishing the basket, they're going to have to try different finishes. How am I going to get around him? How am I going to draw a foul? So players would definitely have learned a lot this weekend. Hopefully now they can just take it back to their clubs or wherever they play and just continue to get better, really.
Definitely. So back out on court for the second quarter. It's Bartlett for Wales. 6 seconds on the clock. Bartlett, and blocking foul will be called. It will go against England. So that'll be the first team foul on England. And shot clock resets. Wales ball from the end line. Benson. Benson hangs in the air, catches it off the rim. Berleni running to the hoop. And James Berleni, in his time out on court, just in the first few seconds, making a statement for England.
Lovely pass from Onwunemi there again.
Marchant with a 3 for Wales, splashes it in from behind the line. Max Marchant up to 8 points for Wales. Kaminskas looks to answer and does! That was a very fortuitous bounce.
Yeah.
Goes straight into Kaminskas' hands.
He just took his time with it as well.
Bartlett, and answers for Wales. We've got a 3-point shootout on our hands here at the National Basketball Performance Centre.
It's raining three. I mean, it is actually raining outside, but it's raining threes inside.
Marcinkus to Onwunemi in the corner. Berleni working his way inside, ball's knocked away. Bartlett comes away with it. Marchant. To Pern. Round to Hare for 3, no good. Onwunemi takes it all the way, gets the whistle. And Mani Onwunemi goes to the foul line. That's the first team foul on Wales this quarter.
Yeah, good running from him. I mean, we've seen that all weekend, really. They just run well as a unit, as a team. There's always someone there. I mean, he could have passed it out, but obviously he drew the foul. Either one he can live with, but it's the fact that there's multiple people running up the floor. Like we saw Timmy Babalola before, just there getting the rebound, ready to take it back up.
So 2 shots to come for Onwunemi. Playing his basketball for the Milton Keynes Breakers this season. Was at the GB Under-16 Combine in January this year. And an All-Star 5 at the Under-14 Tri-Nations Tournament last year for England. Amin from deep, not that time. Marchant pushing the pace. Kicks it to the corner. Smith, 3, too strong. Kaminskas out to the corner. And that one doesn't drop. That's a great look though for Amin.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's gotten that a few times. But as we said, realistically, the fact that he's been able to get the shot is more important than him actually sinking it.
So England ball from the sideline. We'll see Levencham. And Debo Adetosoye in for England. Kaminskas. Gonna take it. Oh, what a hands-off there! Adetosoye finishing at the basket, but Emilis Kaminskas with the dish off under the basket. Looked like he was about to take it up, but so no. My teammate's got a better look.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see that two people on the same page, even though they've probably not even been playing that together for that long.
Pern in the corner, doesn't drop. Onwunemi having himself a dunk party here in Manchester.
I mean, if there's one way to bring some energy to the team, that is it. Onwunemi just keeps bringing some energy to that England team. And the bench goes crazy every time.
Testing the springs on the rim. As Benson spinning, hanging in the air, gets it to go. Kaminskas stepping through, count that, and the foul. Emilis Kaminskas goes to the line for a chance at a three-point play. And Isha, both teams have just come out with such high intensity, playing a really fast pace.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, whether or not they've been converting is a different question, but both teams, everything that's loose, they're on it. The defense has been really high pressured. I mean, England at the moment, they're doing a really good job at drawing fouls. They're getting some really great looks, but so are Wales. I mean, every time they're breaking, if they've not got the break, they're going straight into an offense, moving the ball around well and finding open looks.
Onwunemi saves it in for England. And foul calls. It's against Wales. That's the third team foul for Wales. Sideline ball for England. Amin. Ball's tipped under to Sawyer, gets the rebound, and he's going to go to the line, taking the contact and finishing, just positioning himself underneath the basket, taking his time, and just absolutely solid play there under the basket.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, England at the moment, they're doing a really good job. Wales putting a lot of pressure on, but England are just baiting them into making that extra bit of contact, waiting, and then they're just taking it up, be able to absorb the pressure and finish under the contact.
Adetosoye gets the three-point play, takes him up to 5 points. Marchant, picked up by Benson, needs to get it over the line. That'll just be a second too long, so an 8-second violation.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum looks to be with England at the moment. You can tell there's some real energy in that team on the bench. I mean, they're cheering at everything. Wales have gone a little bit flat, but let's hope they'll revive the momentum in a minute soon. I'm sure the fans will help with that.
They'll make some noise. And sometimes it's just that one play, isn't it? That one stop that's going to get you really, really hyped up.
Yeah, it really is.
Mani Onwunemi continues to score for England. Benson over to Malik. Malik with a hook shot. And Onwunemi on the break. Ooh, doesn't drop. Onwunemi though slams it home. And Mani Onwunemi, he's in a dunk contest by himself today.
It really is. I mean, how many dunks is that now? It's got to be at least like 4 or 5, I think. But just, I mean, obviously it's only worth 2 points, but the energy that it brings to the bench, to the team, I mean, it's invaluable. It really is. Look at how hyped that England team is at the moment. I mean, if you're on the bench now and you're getting subbed in, you're gonna just bring that energy, aren't you? I mean, they're in high spirits, and you just can't slow them down at the moment.
Absolutely, and look how happy he is playing out there as well. He's having a great time.
Exactly, they're just playing, not playing for fun, but they're playing with a lot of enjoyment, and that's what you want to see.
And that's important, though, isn't it?
It
because
really is.
while it's you want to win, but you also want to enjoy what you're doing out there on court as well. I always think it's really fun to watch teams like the Golden State Warriors. To me, like Steph Curry, loves playing basketball and has a smile on his face and he's running around there. I really like to see that as well. I think it's great when you see players really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it really is. Because at the end of the day, why did most of these guys stop playing? You know what I mean, because they like playing it. So just sticking his tongue out there.
I mean, Manny's going to have some highlight plays. You're going to be scrolling through social media later. We're going to see that one a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
Get it on TikTok.
And for this one, so leading the way, it's Elijah Imababore from the starters with 7 points for England. And then off the bench, obviously, Manny Onwunemi, 15 points in just under 8 minutes of play, shooting 87% from the field. And for Wales, Max Marchant, 8 points for him, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Anderson Hare adding in 5 points and 2 rebounds for Wales. So back out on the court, it's Onwunemi at the line. And shot doesn't drop, Cham's there, turns and puts it back in.
Yeah, they can't afford to not box out anyone on this England team. Everyone crashes the boards.
Floater's good for Bartlett.
Yeah, nice little play there. Just able to get out that double team in the corner. Nice little baseline drive.
Cham going all the way. Malik rips it out of the sky. But Adeta Soye steals the ball for England, but Wales will get it back.
Yeah, maybe just a slight miscommunication, but...
And they're the kind of things that you're going to learn, aren't you? Because you're playing with a bunch of new teammates, so you're going to start to figure out where they like the ball, where they're going to cut to, and where they're going to be on court.
Yeah, exactly. And you just saw then, they just communicated to each other like, I mean, I don't know what they said, obviously, but you can tell by their hands, they were like, just go cut next time or do whatever. But as you say, it's impressive that they've been able to play at such a high standard, considering they've not played together that much before.
So Ruben Constance comes into the game for England. And Emilis Kaminskas takes a seat. Kaminskas on 9 points for England. Amin. Adeta Soye working hard underneath the basket, gets his own rebound and finishes on the putback.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen also some great displays of strength this weekend. People really using their strength, their power to the advantage.
Smith, 3 doesn't go, ball's chased down, going to stay with Wales. You can see there, Malik racing after the rebounds, trying to keep it in for Wales, and they'll get another chance here. Pair 3-on-2 break for England. Cham going all the way, takes it to the left-hand side.
It's a beautiful take. I mean, do you see his strides there? He really just leaped around just to get on the other side of the...
It was like a Giannis stride.
Really was. Just using the basket to protect the ball there. Just, yeah, pretty nice drive all around.
So his substitution, as we'll see, Ian Alford into the game for Wales for the first time. Ian Malik will take a seat. Malik with 3 rebounds for Wales as he heads to the bench. Ball goes out of bounds, Wales get it back.
Wales fans still going strong. Love to see it. Love that support for them as a team, especially because they are still only young.
They are, and me and Eve were talking about this as well. When you come to tournaments like this and through these age groups as well, it's not just sort of the players that are involved with families. There's a lot of travelling for families, and families of players start to get to know each other, and it becomes a real community kind of feel.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I feel as if basketball, especially in this country, is really, or in this nation, in Britain, Great Britain, is really community-based sport anyway. I mean, everyone kind of gets stuck in. So yeah, it's great to see.
Constance lays it in off the glass, and Ruben Constance gets his first points of the game. dropped in 6 against Ireland yesterday.
It's also great to see England's point distribution. Everyone's really kind of chipping in as well. It just shows, yes, one person could go and score, but everyone, they're kind of sharing the ball around, playing really unselfish basketball.
Absolutely. As ball's picked up, Marchant lines up a 3, spins off the rim. And Benson nearly came away with a steal, but Jav Benson standing in the way. Adetosoye working again underneath the hoop. Spins out, ball will go with Wales. And you can see there Benson as well, the pressure that he's putting on defensively. He didn't come up with a steal at the other end, but just knocked the ball like nearly did. And then at the other end, going against Adetosoye. Yeah,
I mean, great pressure for him because obviously, well, I'm going to say that's the case for every Wales player, but he's really undersized, especially compared to Debo Adetosoye. So just be able to force that missed shot for such a tall player, do you know what I mean? He's not really being greatly contested, but just getting in that face of him.
And that's, you mentioned it earlier though as well, but it's learning how to play against players where you might be undersized and they might have the size advantage. What are you going to do? Because you have to find ways around it, don't you? You have to learn how to counter it, and there are ways around it.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, he's just showing it there. Just really putting pressure on, just not letting himself get pushed around, really, holding his stance.
Keeping his position in and staying strong.
Exactly, to not let him get himself pushed around.
The Wales need to get the ball in, that'll be a 5-second violation. England pressuring the ball. And over on court 1, Ireland with a 10-point lead over Scotland, 37-27, just under 5 to play in the half. Good ball movement here from England. 3's off the rim. Ajayi gets the rebound and puts it back in the basket.
Yeah, so every player from England now has scored, which is like, again, it's great to see the point distribution. Everyone can contribute. I mean, all these players are here for a reason.
Vabore finishing at the rim, takes himself into double figures, 11 points for Elijah Vabore.
It was a tough finish there. He's basically under the basket, had to reach back round just to finish.
And foul called against England. So it'll be the 3rd team foul against England. As Timi Babalola checks in, Dylan Amin heads to the bench for England. So end-line ball from Smith. Marchant, back to Smith. Smith on the baseline, trying to create some space. Asking for help, passes underneath, and doesn't drop, but what a way to get out of that double team.
Yeah, to be fair, we've seen a lot of that from Wales. England really are trying to force that double team. I think when the balls get in, there's specific times you can kind of tell, but I'll play it out next time. But yeah, they're just able to pivot around, moving the ball, not letting England get any hands on the ball. It's literally just using their strides to step out of it.
Benson finds a path to the basket, floaters too strong, tipped, but Martinkus comes away with it for England. And a whistle on the floor. England ball from the sideline.
I think it'll be shots.
Team fouls. Yeah, Wales on 5 team fouls now. So Domas Marcinkus will be shooting 2. And we'll see Dylan Pern check back in for Wales as Jav Benson heads to the bench.
Unable to convert the first one. He converts the second.
A two for the line from Marcinkus. Pert. Hands off to Marchant. Marchant in the corner. Three is good. Draining it from deep. And Max Marchant up to 11 points for Wales.
Ooh.
Oh, Ajayi hands it round to Babalola.
That was a great fake there. I mean, I'm assuming, because he's a pretty tall guy, I'm assuming his hands are really big, but literally just like palmed it, brought it round, and then faked it off like. I'm not sure what I think was it a foul again? Wales?
Yeah, foul against Wales. So
Okay.
England go to the line, and it'll be Timmy Babalola at the foul line for two, playing his basketball for the Manchester Magic. Had 11 points, 5 rebounds against Ireland yesterday, shooting 71% from the field. Again, another player that represented England at the under-14 level at the Future Stars International Tournament last year. There's a lot of basketball that these players will play. You know, they'll be playing at the club level, the international level. There's also some domestic competitions. And it's just repetition after repetition, isn't it, to keep getting better?
Yeah, it really is, because obviously you train as much as you want. You can train every day of the week, but that in-game experience, we spoke about this. I mean, yeah, we literally spoke about this all weekend, the same thing, but that in-game experience is so invaluable because, as I say, it's against different players. Yes, like training in a club environment obviously is different, but you'll always be playing against the same players. So, and they know what you're going to do. I mean, you get used to knowing what their go-to moves are, how they're going to do, what they're going to do when they catch the ball, things like that. So, just to play against different players where they're kind of unknown, really, because a lot of these, I mean, they're different countries at the end of the day. They don't play in the same league, so they would have never faced each other before. So, going in unknown, practicing defense, offense, it's really great experience.
Definitely. Marchant pulls up, blocked by Ajayi. Babalola racing down the court, lays it in. Pert into the corner. Bartlett too strong. Babalola again takes it to the basket. And it'll be 2 shots to come for England. So Timmy Babalola goes back to the foul line. Has represented the North at the under-13 Aspire program a couple of years ago in 2023. That's 5 points and 2 rebounds so far today. Second free throw spins out. Marchant leads the charge for Wales. 12 seconds. Marchant step back 3. That's good! Max Marchant on fire today.
I mean, that nice little fake handoff there worked amazingly.
Marcinkus' shot won't go. That was a great 3 there from Marchant.
Yeah, it really was. But just to create that space, because I mean, obviously, the England defense that was stunned because they thought the handoff was happening. There was a miscommunication anyway, so if there was a handoff, there would have been a double team. But yeah, just able to create that spacing himself wide open. But as we've said so many times, the fact that he's able to get himself open, but then to sink the look's just like a bonus, really, because can't get more open than that. But he's had himself a good day today, done some really good things out there on the court, setting up a lot of plays, getting to the basket. I mean, yeah, 14 points.
14 points, leading the way for Wales, a couple of rebounds and 2 assists and 4 steals as well. And you can see him, he's just going after every single possession. I don't think he's stopped moving on the court.
Really hasn't, and players like that are very irritating, especially when you're on defense, like just coming out of nowhere. But definitely a contender for the pesky defender.
But we'll come back to that in the second half,
yeah.
But I think he's definitely up there. Also for Wales, we have Anderson Hare on 5 points, 2 rebounds and an assist and a steal. Charlie Bartlett also on 5 points with an assist and steal for Wales. And leading the way for England, 15 points from Mani Omunemi off the bench into the game, throwing it down at the rim. shooting 87% for 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He's just doing a bit of everything, isn't he?
He really is. I mean, he's everywhere. Definitely going to be on the highlight reels later on.
And also for England, Elijah Imababore, 11 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. So we're going to take a quick break for half-time. We'll be back with you in around 10 minutes' time. So keep it locked to the Basketball England YouTube channel for the second half. having himself a dunk pass. Kaminskas looks to answer and does. That was doesn't drop. Onwunemi though slams it home and Manny on the rim as Benson spinning, hanging in the air, gets it to go for England. Cham going all the way, takes it to the left-hand side.
So yeah, it's great to see.
Constance lays it in off the glass, and Ruben Constance. Imavabore finishing at the rim. Imavabore finishing at the rim. Marchant in the corner, three is good. Babalola racing down the court, lays it in. Marchant step back three, that's good! As Martinkus going inside, gets the... Amin calling for it outside, that's good! And Dylan Amin. Imavabore driving inside, gets the roll, steal, takes it to the basket, hands in the air! And Imavabore throws it down at the shot as Elijah Imavabore rocking the rim. And Smith racing inside. Don't show up on the stat sheet. Malik takes it to the basket. Oh, spins out. And a long pass over. Kaminskas and finishing at the... Out to the corner. And Hare back-to-back buckets for over to Onwunemi. Onwunemi! Statement for England.
Lovely pass from Onwunemi there again.
Marchant
with it as well.
Bartlett and answers for Wales. We've got a Onwunemi having himself a dunk pass. Kaminskas looks to answer and does. That was a... Doesn't drop. Onwunemi though slams it home, and Manny on the rim as Benson spinning, hanging in the air, gets it to go for England. Cham going all the way, takes it to the left-hand side.
So yeah, it's great to see.
Constance lays it in off the glass, and Ruben Constance. Imavabore finishing at the rim. Imavabore finishing at the rim. Marchant in the corner, three is good. Babalola racing down the court, lays it in. Good. Marchant step back through.
That's good! That's
Welcome back into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester as we get ready for the second half between England and Wales in the boys under-15 Home Nations tournament. Here on court 2, on court 1, we've got Scotland and Ireland boys. It's half-time in that game, 49-32 to Ireland over Scotland, and England have a 65-28 lead over Wales as we head into the third quarter. And Isha, we spoke about it just before the half-time break, but both teams have just come out with such intensity here in the first half. The scoreline certainly does not reflect what we're seeing out on court.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we said this, I keep literally, I've repeated this phrase like, don't know how many times, but we've said this a lot this weekend. A lot of the games haven't necessarily reflected the score. I mean, if you look at the way Wales have been playing, they've matched, if not, they're beyond England's, not effort, but they're not even the energy, just kind of like they're after everything. They're being more aggressive. They are every single loose ball, they're after it. England, I'm not saying they've not been doing that, but they've kind of been a bit more hesitant. Because they are in the lead, I feel like they might be more comfortable, so that's why they're not doing that. Wales, yes, they are trailing, so they are going after everything, that little bit extra, but it shouldn't really be an excuse. If you're up, you should still be playing the same way that you do when you're down, do you know what I mean? So Wales definitely at the moment, their effort looks to be on top, but the momentum is with England, unfortunately.
And that is something that Benskin drives to the basket, can't get it to drop. And throwing it down. Mani Onwunemi. I think we're up to 5 dunks now.
Gotta be. I mean, if that's not a way to start the quarter, the energy is going to be so high on that England team right now.
Chad Makaya takes it all the way. And ball's in the basket. Marchant. He's had the hot hand for Wales in the first half.
He really has. What I've loved about Wales, I mean, even though England are getting these, as you say, highlight reel dunks, you know what I mean, stuff for like that high energy things, their heads aren't going down. Do you know what I mean? They just keep playing the same energy.
Onwunemi.
I mean, yeah. How many dunks is that now?
Mani Onwunemi is showing out today in front of his fans.
And they're loving it, they really are.
So ball's going to go from the sideline. Set Makaya will inbound for England. Marcinkus. Marcinkus working against Bartlett. Spinning inside, off the glass and in. Benskin inbounds to Hare. So just a quick correction I want to make. So we had Jav Benson down on the score sheet. His name is Jav Benskin, so my apologies to Jav Benskin. He had a 6.7 rebound game against Scotland. So England have the ball, pushing it up the floor. Onwunemi finds a path to the basket, hangs in the air. That's exactly what he was doing in the first quarter. He has so much time in the air as Benskin rolls it in. Benskin with 4 points and 2 rebounds. And England, again, just underneath the rim, they find those positions really well. They've been very dominant in the paint throughout the course of the weekend. Obviously, the height advantages they have really helped, but it's the positioning that they get themselves into.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, oh, here we go. We have another one.
Onwunemi, show them what you can do. And Mani Onwunemi, we've lost count.
We really have. I mean, every time he's going on that fast break, you just know. Every time he goes to the basket, he gets so much hang time. He just gets so high up. I mean, he's so athletic.
Blocked by Kaminskas.
But yeah, what will we say?
The paint, the that's the written word that you paint.
Yeah, they're
dominant.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, obviously they do have a height advantage, but it's just the moves that they're doing to get there. They're spacing. I mean, they're making quick moves. There's been a lot of like passing and cutting. You know, their teammates, that, despite not being familiar with each other.
And Thomas Marcinkus again getting to the basket. He's finding a way. The footwork that he has to get there, stepping through his defenders, able to take the contact, puts himself at the foul line. Yeah,
that's what all the England players are doing really well. They read what the defender's doing. I mean, they have quite a deep bag, as you say. They do have a lot of different moves that they can choose from, and they're just making the right decisions. They're picking the right moves. Like just then, he saw the defender, he read what he was doing, and he used the move to counter that. And I think that's what they've done so successfully, which is why they've been able to end up at the basket so much, because they haven't had to make that extra pass, because when they have made the move, they've gotten to the basket, and they're pretty wide open. So yeah, credit to them. Credit's where credit's due.
Working very well for them. So a timeout called with just under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And leading the way for England, it's Mani Onwunemi, 21 points, shooting 90% from the field, 10 of 11. That's a stat line.
It really is. But I mean, it feels like everything that goes up just goes down from him, literally, because he just slamming it down.
And Onwunemi. So he plays for the Milton Keynes Breakers, a player that came up through the under-14s Breakers. And again, was out there with the England team at the under-14 level at Future Stars International Tournament in London last year. Dropped 25 points, 12 rebounds against Platon, the Greek team. And then in the group stage again, another 23 points against Stella from Italy. So playing in tournaments like that, like the Future Stars tournament, representing at the under-14s level for England again last year at the Tri-Nations tournament, just really helps you build those connections and builds that experience of playing at a tournament. You know, you might be playing multiple games in a day. It's not just the same as your regular season.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, then that brings its own challenge as well, having so many players a game. I mean, this weekend, like those 2 games yesterday, most teams played. Yes, it's only 1 today, but they will be feeling that from yesterday. It's like, it's one thing training, do you know what I mean, training every day, but playing in a game, it's so much intense. I mean, today, not today, just this weekend, we've seen the teams play with so much intensity. They've been quick, they've been up and down the floor. I mean, this game in itself, literally up and down. They're moving the ball around so quickly. How many fast breaks have England had? So really does take it out of you.
Absolutely, a whole other level, isn't it, playing as opposed to practicing?
Yeah, it really is. So a lot for them to get used to.
So foul called, and we'll give Wales 2 shots. So Max Marchant at the line, playing for the under-16 and under-18 Swansea Storm teams this year. Had 12 points at the under-18s level against the Panthers earlier in November. And again, another player that was out with the under-14 team this time last year at the Tri-Nations tournament here in Manchester. As second one bounces out. Benskin with the rebound. Taken away by Martinkus. Imavabore in off the glass. Hare swings it to the corner.
Good rotation there from England, good defensive rotation.
Really good, yeah, you can see them just going straight to it.
Although, to be fair, probably would have won the other side. It would have been made sense for the other side switch, but they made it work.
They got what they wanted out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Imavabore, mid-range is short. Marchant with the rebound. Max Marchant is all over the court for Wales. Smith going baseline. Bartlett to Benskin inside. Out to Smith. Time running down. Smith takes it to the rack. He's going to go to the line. And Jude Smith, absolutely no fear driving inside.
Yeah, and that's what you need. I mean, if you're hesitant, if you're trying to shy away, I mean, sometimes you see people go up and they're trying to move away from the contact. That's when, A, you're probably going to miss because it's an off-balance shot and you're not set properly, and B, you're not going to get any contact. At least if you go up strong, like we just seen there, he's tried to make a move at the basket, didn't make it, yeah, but because he's gone strong, he's gotten the foul, and now he's at the free throw line, chance for more shots, so.
It can be difficult, can't it? Because sometimes you're anticipating the contact, so to be able to kind of put that out of your mind and just go up and do it.
Yeah, exactly. And we have seen some really good players do that this weekend as well.
Benskin, 6 seconds. Hands off to Marchant, 3 seconds. Smith in the corner, needs to put something up here. Time's going to run out, and it'll be a 24-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, good defensive pressure from England there.
And it's a very loud environment that we're in. Wales and England are now playing at the opposite baskets to where their teams are sitting. So if you've got the crowd counting down the shot clock, you can't really hear it because it's so far away. Yeah,
and I mean, a lot of players won't be used to having that visual shot clock as well, so they're not necessarily looking up and hearing it because the referees don't have to shout it. Normally,
Onwunemi banks it in, and the bank is open for Mani Onwunemi, who just continues to pour in the points for England.
He's just doing a bit of everything at the moment. I mean, let's see.
And Onwunemi, he is putting on a show today. He's
really
doing whatever he wants out there on court. Up to 26 points for Mani Onwunemi. Smith answers with a 3 for Wales.
We've got a three-point contest on our hands. I mean, we saw it in that second quarter. These teams, they love to shoot their threes and they just love to answer back to each other. So it makes for a really good watch.
It definitely does. Makaya driving baseline out to Onwunemi. Another three, that one doesn't go. Martinka spinning inside, ball's tipped. England cleaning up the glass again, and Ege Makaya, just he's been working hard. He might have gone a little bit under the radar because I feel like he's just been very consistent. He's not been flashy about what he's done, and that's not a negative thing at all. He's just been incredibly reliable at what he's doing.
Yeah, really has. He just got on with it. I mean, just like, there you go. He doesn't have to do anything fancy. He's just doing what he needs to be done at the basket. I mean, we saw yesterday, there was at one point he was wide open for a dunk. I think all the bench were getting ready for him to do it, and he just took the layup, just the simple option, just getting points on the board for his team.
And it's sometimes a case, isn't it, of knowing when you can do that, what the game calls for.
Exactly.
And we'll see into the game for the first time, Cody Williams for Wales. Another player coming through the under-14 Tri-Nations tournament last year for Wales. If you've seen him play before, he's a very quick guard. He's gonna get his hand in those passing lanes. As Bartlett's three is short. England back on the attack. Martinkus. Oh, how did he get that to drop? Thomas Martinkus.
That was a great move. Able to get on the other side, really just every direction, really making his defender move around, just getting on the back foot. Nice little tween through the legs there. Finishing on the opposite side.
Ajayi pulls down the rebound for England as Constance gonna take it all the way. And that's a tough finish for Constance, but something he does so well. He plays very high as well in the air above the rim, and he's able to get that finish. I know, and Benskin then, I mean, he matched his height there, really went up there, really tried to contest it, but he still managed to finish under that pressure. Ajayi, handoff, and Constance, easy two. And that's what we mean when we see this unselfish basketball in this team, because either one of them guys probably could have shot it, but they just kept passing it until they got the easiest look, really, but any one of them could have carried on and go in. Bartlett, 7 seconds. Pass to the cutting Smith, but it'll go out of bounds as we see Dylan Hearn back in for Wales. Jav Benskin heads to the bench. And Benskin, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Again, he's been everywhere. He's been putting some real good pressure on the bigs. Amin picks up the loose ball. Delaney racing ahead. He's going to throw it down. Just under 2 to play in the third. Williams into the corner. Smith, time running down, 6 seconds. Marchant has it, back to Smith. Smith going against Ajayi, draws the whistle. I mean, Jude Smith there, real good job to get through Ajayi and Bellany, the two tallest guys stood on the court, just standing there holding their sides for him to even be able to step through that gap. I mean, fearless, really fearless. So Smith. I think they need a mop. There you go. Oh, high-tech mop. Oh, it's a high-tech mops. Yeah, these are no domestic league mops. These are international level mops. That's what we need. So let's take a look over on court one. Ireland and Scotland, the boys are playing each other. Ireland currently with a 57-43 lead. And they've been led by 21 points from Joey Kelly. And Scotland, 12 points from Oliver Reynolds. So Smith will inbound for Wales. And, oh, great pass. Bartlett underneath the basket. And that was such a difficult inbound. You can see over the outstretched arms of James Belaney, but Smith just passing. Oh, Marcinkus! I don't think he's taken, and I'm going to put in air quotes, an easy shot all game. Every single shot he has taken has been under pressure. It's just been the most difficult shot he could take.
It really has, and it feels like he hasn't missed at all as well. Every time he's able to find the bottom of the net. I mean, yeah, some amazing moves from him as well, really going deep into his bag.
And converts the three-point play. Marcinkus up to 13 points. We'll see Levant Cham check in. Tomas Marcinkus heads to the bench. A well-deserved rest for him. 4 rebounds and 4 assists along with those 13 points. Also no turnovers, and for a player that handles the ball like he does and, you know, plays so quickly, to keep control of the ball, to look after it so well, that's really impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
Williams skips inside, shot bounces off. And Ajayi, and one-handed jam. Everyone's getting in on the dunk action today for England.
Yeah, they really are. It's a dunk party. I want to know how many dunks England have had in this game, to be honest, because it feels like everyone...
We're over double figures, because Mani Onwunemi's had about 20. Ajayi. And Pern saves it in, gets the ball into Williams' hands.
Well, to make a save like that and to secure it for your team, wow. Putting his body on the line.
Alford banks in the three. And Ian Alford getting in on the three-point action for Wales. Intercepted by Bartlett. Pern in the corner, goes baseline, shot short. Ajayi has it with 14 seconds. Constance lays it in off the glass. 7 seconds for Wales. 4 seconds. Smith launches a three from deep, won't go. And at the end of the third, a strong lead for England. But if we just go back a couple of plays ago, Dylan Pern racing down the court, saves the ball in, gets it into Cody Williams' hand. And that is the hustle that we see from Dylan Pern every time he steps out on the court.
It really is. I mean, if he hadn't made that save, they had a nice little break there. And something that we've seen Wales do really well this game is, yes, they race down the floor, but they can recognise when they can't get that shot off, when they can't get that fast break point, when they can't get a fast break layup off. So they just slowed it down, moved the ball about, and then they got that three. So really positive signs from them.
And Dylan Pern, so he was out here with the under-14 Wales team last year at Tri-Nations alongside his teammate Cody Williams. So 2 players that came up together. Anderson Hare as well, Jude Smith. So players that will be familiar with each other. But Dylan Pern, he's been playing for the under-16 Cheshire Phoenix this season. Was with Mold Magic Basketball last year, and I mentioned it at the start of the game, but the hustle that he shows out on court. So he led Wales in scoring last year at the Tri-Nations tournament, dropped 24 points against Scotland. But he's one of those players who, whilst he can score and he will score, he doesn't have to impact the game. He does so much off the ball, like you saw there. So that save is not going to show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, no, there's been so many examples of that this weekend. And we talk about it all the time, really, because especially with social media now, you only ever really hear about them players who are dropping a lot of points, who make the highlight reels. Basically, no disrespect to them. Yes, it's really good to see, but that's not what makes games, especially in them closer games. It is them small details, them tiny bits of effort. Who is going to dive on the floor? Who's going to put their body on the line and make that great save? So the fact that they're doing it now, it becomes a regular for them. Whereas if you don't necessarily always do that sort of thing, when it counts, you're not going to be able to do it.
And it sets the tone, doesn't it? Like, your teammates see you doing that. That players like that are so valuable to a team. And you've got someone that you know is going to put their body on the line. They're going to skin their knees racing down the court.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see.
So back out on the floor as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And England able to put up 43 points in that third. Mani Onwunemi on 26, leading all scorers. Amin to Cham. Cham doesn't drop. Benskin with the rebounds. Hare finds Marchant. Benskin working inside. It's picked up by Cham. Long pass over to Babalola, keeps it inside the line, 6 seconds, driving to the basket. Simi Babalola up to 7 points personal.
Yeah, nice drive there. Nice little baseline drive. He didn't have a great angle, but again, he got up there, hung around a bit, was able to just bank it off.
Marchant, and it's just been a step out of bounds. And Timmy Babalola as well. People might think, oh, I might recognise that surname. His brother playing for the, is he under 70, under 18s?
Yeah,
Magic
he's
now?
18s, D2, and EABL at the moment. Yeah.
As Williams takes it to the basket. I mean, into the corner. Imavabore for 3, too strong, Williams. Hare. And was that just a step out of bounds?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about this as well as we can. Like, a lot of players won't be used to playing at a venue like this. I mean, Bellevue, it's probably a National Basketball Performance Centre, whatever. It is a good venue. It's one of the, I mean, it is the best, one of the best venues, isn't it? And it's 3 courts. A lot of these players will be used to playing in like a single court Dusty Sports Hall where the wall's really close to the sideline. So having all that space, players won't be used to it, which is why we do see a lot of out of bounds calls like that.
And a lot of the time as well as Belaney, again, cleaning up the glass for England. A lot of the time you'll have multi-sport courts, won't you? So there'll be a lot of lines, and sometimes having just a clear floor can be a little bit unsettling sometimes.
Yeah, it really
as odd
can.
as that sounds.
No, it really can, because especially things like when you're teaching, especially younger age groups, when you're teaching things like fast break, you'll teach them to run along the badminton lines, the outside badminton lines. You use the netball line as the 4-point line, so.
Imavabore taking it to the basket, and an unsportsmanlike foul is called. So that will give England 2 shots. We can see there. Fortunate for Wales, just trying to stop the break. As we said yesterday, unsportsmanlike fault doesn't mean there's anything malicious in it. It's just the term for the foul, but you have to make a play on the ball. Yeah, because I mean, they obviously tried to slow him down, but they realistically weren't going to get the ball there, so just doing whatever to slow him. And Elijah Imavabore, MVP of the Under-14 Dynamic National Schools Finals in 2024. You want a stat line for that? Do you want to know what he did at the Under-14 Dynamic National Schools Finals last year? Go on, I'm ready for this, go on. 51 points and 30 rebounds for St. Thomas the Apostles College. Speechless. 51 and 30. That is insane stat line. Okay, Elijah, that's what you can do? I know. To be fair, he's shown it this weekend, really, hasn't he? How many points were scored in that game by his team is what I want to know. That's a very good question, and I don't know off the top of my head. Fair enough. I wouldn't expect you to. So ball's out of bounds. And England will have it from the end line. Babalola back into the corner. 1 second on the shot clock. Shot clock didn't reset because the ball didn't hit the rim, so 24-second shot clock violation. Yeah, I think that's one of the things where a lot of players they don't necessarily know about that rule in terms of like when the shot clock resets, when it doesn't. They just assume that when it's been passed back in that it's 24 or 14, whatever. But. So Ian Alford heads to the bench for Wales. And Jude Smith checks back in. So sideline ball for Wales. Marchant. It's over 7.5 minutes to play here in the 4th. Marchant against Cham. 2 seconds. needs to put something up, does it, it's short, chases it down. Remember, Bore's going to hold on to it. And he's going to go coast to coast, doesn't drop. And it will be Wales ball. And that's what Elijah Imabore has been showing as well. So he rebounds, he takes a strong defensive stance at one end, but he's quick down the court as well, and he can, again, take it to the basket. He can shoot that mid-range if he needs to.
It really is. And if you look at a lot of these players, I mean, just then when he actually jumped to take his layup, how far out he was, and then he ends up at the rim. It's just, I mean, yeah, again, said it so many times, but the athleticism on display is great, especially because they're so young.
I know, I think that's the exciting part as well, as with 2 seconds. Smith has it for Wales, out to Williams. Back to Smith, passing into Benskin. Benskin inside, met by Cham in the air.
That was a nice find, but again, the size of England.
And Babalola adds 2 to his tally, takes him up to 9 points. Benskin over to Williams, and Timmy Babalola getting into those passing lanes, coming up with the steal. Up to 3 steals now for Babalola.
Really is another, like, as we say, long player, like his wingspan. There you go. I mean, just to leap around, just to be able to reach around and get that reverse off. So I'm saying some of these players are deep in their bags.
He's just bouncing through the defense and then uses that long wingspan with a scoop layup for reverse. Smith in the corners, too strong. Cham going through, and ball will go out of bounds. A good defense there from Wales, able to put off the shot, not commit a foul. So we'll have a timeout called. Mark Morrell, head coach for Wales, alongside his assistant Jamie Tong, want to talk things over. So coming out of half-time, Isha, it's been a 7-0 run so far for England over Wales. What have you seen, though, from Wales that's been working well for them coming out of that break?
Coming out of the break, no, to be fair, they have been getting shots off. They've had some really good looks inside. I mean, just then we saw really good pass from the wing to the player inside. It was a tough pass to get off because England are a much taller team. So just making a bullet pass, but the other thing is, obviously, when they go up, we spoke about it, is trying to find different ways they can get around the tall defender. Because if you just go straight up, not doing anything, then probably going to get blocked. So it's about, am I going to fake it? Am I going to fake it, then go around? How am I going to draw the contact? So it's just finding those extra ways. But they are getting the looks at the basket. They're getting a lot at the rim. There's just been some things haven't fell for them, but as we say, it's about finding the shot in the first place. So the fact that I've been able to move that ball around well, make some plays like that, is really admirable. So we just need to keep it up, and eventually the shots will start to fall. So
absolutely. And then for England, obviously we've spoken about them being really consistent throughout the tournament as well, players with a lot of familiarity, and the way they're able to use the paint, use their strength and size inside, that's something they just continue to do.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it'd be silly not to use that to advantage, because after all, why would you not use that advantage? You know what I mean? So there's not really more to say to that.
So that was a terrible question, Kaz. Is that what you're saying?
No, it was a bit silly answer, because I was like, I said it like I was going to say something after, do you know what I mean? But yeah.
But no, it is, and teams will do that. They will work to their strengths, and if this is, if it's a team that has size, you want to be able to do that, but also as well be aware that when teams can counter that, you're going to need to be able to adapt. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, just one example that's springing to mind right now: Ipswich Basketball Club, D1 women especially. When they have quite long plays. I remember last season, their full court press, their zone press was so effective because they used what they knew to our advantage. You know what I mean? A lot of teams will fall into a zone because I don't know, they have taller players or whatever. But yeah, again, why would they play a man if they know that zone works to our advantage? So.
Exactly. As Beleni gets another 2, takes him up to 8 points. And that's why teams have different styles, isn't it? Teams and coaches and players fit into different systems. As Cham swats the ball away, will go out of bounds. But it's different systems, isn't it? You'll see some teams that are maybe more known for their defensive pressure than running on a fast break, and it's again finding identity of your team at the national level.
Yeah, exactly. And then now obviously they've got a group of players and they've found what their advantages are, despite only having limited time with each other. And they've used them well this weekend. As we said, the height. But even the smaller players are finding their ways inside because they know they can manipulate the ball, they can find their way to the rim. And the amount of points in the paint that they've had this weekend, they haven't really settled for the outside shot that much. I mean, just then, do you see that move? It says it all, really. I mean...
So Milos Kaminskas as well, just saying, this is exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Commentators curse, but not in like a bad way.
In a good way. And a whistle on the other end of the floor.
What's the opposite of a curse? A wish? Or not?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Or is it just luck? Maybe it's good luck, not the opposite of a curse, maybe. Not really sure. It's really unbasketball conversation.
If anybody knows, you can drop an answer for us in the comments.
Yeah,
what's the dictionary definition of the opposite of a curse? So, foul goes against England. And it'll be Anderson Hare at the foul line. As the first one's too strong. Hare has 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals. Had a couple of points against Scotland and then 6.6 rebounds against Ireland yesterday. Constance. Delaney out to Kaminskas. Kaminskas going inside.
Oh, did you see that?
I didn't, because I had a ref right in my way.
Oh.
Was he able to get his own rebound?
Yeah, so 2 Wales players obviously kind of swiped it away, but the ball just kind of went up in front of him. So he's like, why not? Just caught it and then went straight back up.
I'll watch that on the replay.
Yeah.
So we should, I don't know if anyone can see where we're sitting, but we've got a great seat here, haven't we, courtside. We're right next to the Wales bench, but sometimes you will just get coaches and referees in the way, and you're trying to duck around and see the court.
And now you know where we're sat, come and say hello.
Marchant, 5 seconds. Bartlett. 1 second, gonna have to put something up, does that, the buzzer! And it goes, basket's good. Charlie Bartlett with time running down.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough shot, that. It's right over the defender, right at the buzzer, but it's able to hang in there a bit, take his time, control the shot, find the bottom of the net.
And Bartlett, a reserve for the under-17 Wales team, so he's going to gain a lot of experience playing up and being around those players at that level. Also part of the GB Youth Combine back in January. So we're seeing players, you've seen a couple from Scotland, from England, and as well that are part of that GB pathway.
Yeah, it's great to see them here now competing against each other, whereas the GB, they might have obviously been training together in that sort of environment, but now they're competing against each other, just showing really what they can do.
And time runs down on the shot clock.
Yeah, we've seen some great displays of defense from England here. I mean, the previous one, they did a really good job to limit Wales to a shot right at the end of the buzzer. I mean, Wales were able to convert on that one, which was really impressive. But then again, just forcing that 24-second violation there, just really putting that pressure on, not letting anyone get inside.
Kaminskas. And Smith read the pass, takes it all the way off the rim. Hare with the rebound and puts it back in. Anderson Hare, right place, right time, following the shot, up to 7 points for Hare.
Yeah, and that's what we mean about the effort is unmatched. Defensive foul.
So Cham on the end line, just over 2.5 minutes to play here. Kaminskas lines up a 3, doesn't fall. Adetosoye can't finish on the putback, but Kaminskas again flying in for the rebound. Constance from the corner.
Can I just say as well, Kaminskas has a really nice shooting form.
He does, he certainly does. And at the other end for Wales, Anderson Hare. Lenny in off the glass for England. And Anderson Hare's just come out really strong the last few minutes as well of the fourth. Obviously he has the game, but he's just been on a roll here.
He really has, and it's just like about that, not giving up till the final buzzer. I mean, maybe the score's gotten a little bit away, but it doesn't mean just give up. I mean, there's a chance to try new things, chance to attack the basket. Exactly. And he's certainly done that.
Kaminskas to Cham. That short chase down. England get another chance on offense here. Kaminskas. Not that time. And Marchant. Rebound at number 5 for Wales. And ball goes out of bounds. England will get it back.
Yeah, they've tried that a few times. I mean, they've done that little handoff or fake handoff, but it's just a little bit too low that time. They probably need to go in just a bit higher up on the wing, because that little corner spot, you know, where the free throw line stops arcing and goes a bit flat, danger zone that really, because all they have to do is put a little bit of pressure on and he's stepping out of bounds.
So just over a minute to go in the fourth. Ajayi. Babalola. Babalola gets it back, 4 seconds, and knocked out of bounds. Oh, not quite out of bounds, saved in. Time's going to run down, and a good defensive stance there from Wales.
Yeah, really good. I mean, good hands there just to swipe that away without getting a foul. Kind of, especially when you go against taller defenders. I mean, when they're bringing it up and they're bringing the ball out there, kind of their pocket in that upwards motion, that is kind of the prime time to swipe at it. But England have got a really tall 5 on at the moment.
Blocked at the rim by Beleni.
That was a beautiful pass, though. Threading the needle.
Smith. Benskin swings it round. Bartlett. Time for 3. That one doesn't drop. Adetosoye says, that's my rebound. And Cham goes to the hoop. Ball without a whistle before then, so 14.7 to go, and James Beleni will be at the foul line. He plays for the Haringey Heat in the regular season. Had 20 points against True Vision Elite earlier this year in March in the regular season. Gets the roll on the first free throw, and that takes him up to 11 points. To make that 12, 2 of 2 from the line for Beleni. And 13 seconds to go. Wales can hold for the last shot. Marchant. Out to the corner. Bartlett, 3's up. Too strong and tipped out of bounds.
Got 1.3 seconds to get a shot off here.
So you want to catch and shoot almost here, don't you?
Yeah.
Benskin, long pass to Bartlett. Bartlett will put it up at the buzzer. It won't go, so a win for England over Wales. And England, everyone out on the court has scored, got on the score sheet. As we said, really unselfish play. Great to see them moving the ball around. Emmanuel Onwunemi with 26 points, leading the way, shooting 85% from the field, 12 of 14 from the field. Had at least 8 dunks in the game.
Yeah, easily.
Along with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Elijah Imababore with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Tomas Marcinkus, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 0 turnovers for Marcinkus. Again, a player that handles the ball as much as he does in as difficult conditions as he does. A really huge achievement for him. And Emilas Kaminskas off the bench with 15 points, 5 assists and 2 steals, along with a block for England. And for Wales, leading the way, it was Max Marchant. And Marchant with 14 points for Wales, along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists and 4 steals. Alongside him, Charlie Bartlett, 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. And Anderson Hare, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals. So as we said, Isha, there's a lot that each team will take from this tournament, take it back to the domestic leagues, wherever they're playing, when they come up again at another national tournament. There's so much that players will have learned out there on the floor.
Yeah, that really is. I mean, as we said, playing against best of the best, playing in a new team, playing in a new environment, playing against new players, all of it's really positive things to take, and I'm sure they will take it back to their clubs and will use it for the future.
So for the last game of the day, we've got 6 minutes left over on court 1 between Ireland and Scotland boys. Ireland currently up 76-64 with just 6.5 minutes left. Joey Kelly leading the way for Ireland, 23 points and 6 rebounds with 2 assists. And for Scotland, it's been Oliver Reynolds, 12 points. So we're gonna try and grab a word with one of the coaches. We're going to go courtside very shortly with Isha, who will try and grab a word with one of the coaches very shortly, before we will have the presentation coming up as we wait for the result of the game over on court 1. So we're going to go courtside very shortly with Isha, but 6 minutes to play over on court 1 between Ireland and Scotland. And again, it's been an absolutely fantastic weekend of basketball here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. So much talent out on display. This is the future of basketball in this country, out there on court. You're seeing players just so early on in their careers. This is the start of a lot of players' careers. For some of them, it could be the first time they've been out there at an international level, and something that they're going to continue to do throughout the course of their careers, as we've spoken about all weekend long, as we have with Isha and with Eve earlier today. The learning experience, the being able to play with players of maybe a different style, a different skill that they normally come up against in the domestic league. It's going to be something that stays with them throughout the course of their careers. So it's an 81-64 lead for Ireland over Scotland, over on court 1 at the moment. And you can see some of the highlights there from this game, the England and Wales game. Mani Onwunemi putting on a show. He was having himself a dunk party. You can catch all those clips back. Check out the Basketball England social media, Basketball Wales, Basketball Ireland, Basketball Scotland. And we're just going to go courtside with Isha, who has head coach Wales, Mark Morrell, get his thoughts on the weekend. So over to you, Isha.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'm here now courtside with Wales head coach Mark. So it's been a pretty decent weekend. I mean, there's a lot to take from it. How have you found it coaching here?
It's been a great experience. I mean, 3 very tough teams, 3 very tough games. But yeah, I mean, very valuable experience for everyone. It's good to have 3 very, very high-level teams compared to what these guys are used to out in Wales. So yeah, just overall great experience, great atmosphere, great fans. So yeah, just very, very positive experience. Very glad that I've been a part of it. So yeah, very good.
Yeah, so as you said, I mean, there's a lot of great teams here. It's been some really good competition, but how valuable do you think this experience has been for the players?
For the players, it's like I mentioned, like this is some of the highest level basketball they've ever played, and you know, to be able to race that intensity and play against, you know, GB level athletes at the end of the day, that's what this is all for, right? Like, it's an invaluable experience for them. It's things that they're going to go back and take away to their clubs. So yeah, invaluable experience to play at such a high level. Really, really, really important for them to see it as well. So yeah.
All right, thanks for taking time to speak to me today, Coach, and yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the weekend.
Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Isha there with Wales head coach Mark Morrell, getting his thoughts on the weekend. It's as we've said, people might be bored of hearing us say it, but it is a learning experience for the players, for the coaches, being in this kind of environment. It's a really great experience, and it's been, for us, it's been absolutely fantastic to see some of the talent out there on court. These are the players of the future. These are names that you're going to remember. You're going to see some of these stat lines that you've had, and then in a few years' time go, oh, I remember watching these players at the under 15 level when they're representing GB at the senior team, at the national level as well. It's just absolutely great to see. And there's still a lot of basketball to come this summer. We've got youth games. The youth teams will be heading out to Europe. The senior men's and women's teams have qualified for Eurobasket. That'll be taking place for the women in June, in a couple of weeks. That'll take place in a. We're just directing traffic here. Eurobasket for the women starts on the 18th of June. We've got the men qualified for the 3x3 World Cup. That'll be in Mongolia on the 23rd of June, I believe. And so a lot of basketball still to come. So follow along to GB Basketball, Basketball England, Basketball Scotland, Basketball Wales, Basketball Ireland. Stay up to date with all the action. We've got the Under-14 Home Nations tournament coming up the 13th to the 15th of June in East Kilbride in Scotland. And the Under-17 Home Nations tournament will be between the 27th and 29th of June at the Cardiff Archers Arena. So a big thank you to everybody who's watched us live here on the Basketball England YouTube channel all weekend long. A big thank you to all our sponsors, for Basketball England, for putting on such a great event, for all the home nations, Basketball England, Basketball Scotland, Basketball Ireland and Basketball Wales, going to take part in the competition. All the supporters that we've had, some great support in the crowd. And a big thank you to Ralston and his crew, working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring you such a fantastic stream. Maria and Ben and Blessing on the cameras, putting in a shift over the course of the weekend. And a big thank you to Ishan Nair and Eve Shadrick, who've joined me on commentary this weekend, as we've seen some of the best young talent out in the country. So thank you to everybody who's watched us, and you can watch all the games live back on the Basketball England YouTube channel. We've got the presentations and the closing ceremony coming up. You can catch that also on the Basketball England YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.